Gentlemen, I have the intro for this, right?
Gentlemen.
What if I told you you could get anime for free? For free, gentlemen.
Are we fucking jumping right into it?
Because that's going to be the first topic for today. But right now I have with me the boys, Gaunt and Joey, and I am Monkey
You
Brain
didn't even
Connor.
say hello. You just like fucking opened up with this.
That's
like,
what every good sales pitch does, bro.
Illuminati conspiracy theory.
Every good sales pitch starts with the hook.
Literally reminded me of that Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Like, sell me this pen.
Because, now they're listening, they're intrigued. How can we get free anime,
What a
Connor?
hook. What a hook.
They don't want to know about Trash Taste. They want to know how they can get free anime.
Did you just do like the OG Mof there? Did you just? Oh my god, I can't fucking talk today.
A natural salesman never stumbles on his words. I said free anime. I wasn't stumbling.
Tell me more, salesman who's totally not shady.
Well, if you just go to the Kickstarter page for
we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about
Anime
that.
Chew. Is that what it's called? Anime Chew?
Anime Chew.
Well, that's the first topic for today. 2 weeks ago. We wanted to talk about this last week, but Chris came on. Inconvenienced us again. We would have spoken about this last week.
Because we wanted to talk about Anime Tube.
We know Chris goes into fits when we talk about anime.
So we're going to be like 3 weeks late, but the whole debacle is kind of finished now.
Yeah.
We're talking about it.
We have all the info.
Well, it like lived and died within the span of a day, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was very interesting. Essentially, what happened is this thing called Anime Chew popped up on Kickstarter and offered to give all the kind, anyone really,
free anime.
Free anime?
And you're probably thinking, well, they probably only got like, C-rate shows, really terrible. No,
What do they have?
They said they were in talks to get Evangelion. Love Hina, which has been stuck in copyright hell, not copyright, licensing hell.
Specifically Love Hina. I don't know who just specifically picks Love Hina to be on the list.
Death Note, Attack on Titan,
Full Metal Alchemist,
Full Metal Alchemist, even though these were already all on streaming platforms already.
Yeah.
And I imagine that...
And the ones that aren't have been out of print for the past 20 years.
They say ReZero as well.
I didn't see the list.
They've got everything. It's Anime Chew.
And so I can't... I don't know how much these properties are worth, but I can't imagine you getting Evangelion for less than like 100 million or something ridiculous. I know it sounds absurd, but it's probably worth that much, right? Yeah. So clearly these guys have big bucks to spend around.
I mean, I'm just glad a company is giving the power back to the people and taking on small indie companies like Sony.
Fuck license holders, man.
So taking on small indie companies like Sony and AT&T. Someone's got to take these indie companies out of the field.
What were they going to do with it?
So essentially this Kickstarter promised that, and it raised in like one day like $110,000.
Yeah, it literally came out of nowhere because I remember we literally came in the Trash Taste studio in the morning, and then it was just all over my Twitter timeline. Yeah. I was like, what the hell was going on? And we all looked at it and we were just like, wait, this Kickstarter launched yesterday and it's raised over $100,000, promising people free anime legally, and I'm just like, what is going on right now? It was an absolute disaster.
I'm like, April was about 3 months ago, guys. Like, you're a bit late to the joke right now.
Yeah, it was just a mess.
It was hilarious.
Dude. It was a mess. I think it's so many levels to it. There's so many things that are really sad about it. Yeah. One, I think it's safe to say that this was either the most overambitious Kickstarter of all time, or it was they were lying,
or the most genius scam.
I mean, you have to be careful when you say things are scam because you can get sued. So try not to get Trash Taste sued here, Joey.
Okay.
But from what I saw, it's a scam. It's a scam.
Yeah.
It's a scam.
Yeah.
Well, I'm protecting myself. I'm not going to say the S word, but I'm going to say that it looked very sus. I'll say the other S word.
Little sussy scam.
It's a sussy bucket is what it is. But,
I genuinely wonder because, again, they promised to have all these titles that there's absolutely, not even
Zero
like Netflix
chance.
or Amazon can get all of these
Yeah,
shows,
yeah, yeah.
right? This is some serious amount of cash and negotiating power that I doubt a Kickstarter would be able to convince the Japanese investors.
Like if Netflix and like Sony can't even get the rights to some of these.
Yeah.
What suggests to anyone that this Kickstarter group will be able to?
Like Evangelion literally couldn't be
Evangelion's
you
been out
couldn't
of print for the past 20 years.
You couldn't get the license for it until Netflix somehow
Yeah.
probably don't even want to know how much Netflix paid for that.
No, the creator didn't even have the rights to it for the longest time until I had to fucking fight with Gainax to get it back.
Yeah, it's insanity.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think there's, as you said, there's so many layers to it because, in theory, it's a nice idea. Having somewhere where you can watch anime legally,
Truly,
for free,
truly a utopian society.
in this utopian world.
One part of me feels bad because we're like laughing at the imagine trying to take on the big guy, ha ha ha, funny.
Yeah.
But if it was a good attempt, I would be like,
right,
go for
right.
it. Go
If
for it.
it was a good attempt, but keep in mind you're taking on companies like Sony, like Netflix, people who have a bit of dollar in their pocket,
just a bit.
and
I don't think we're trying to be like, we love corporations and stuff like that.
because I feel like a lot of this was driven by
narrative,
the
yeah.
people's hatred towards corporations, and I get it. If you don't want to support the big corporations because of whatever reason, I get it. But there's a difference between not wanting to support big corporations and then supporting whatever this is.
Yeah.
Right? It's
blindly accepting anything that
it's
you
like
want.
not wanting. It's like not wanting to buy paracetamol from your pharmacy, so you go to the local drug dealer. What's
I guess in some sense.
It's like betting in a horse race, but the horse has two legs.
That's why I felt so kind of just sad about it, really. I felt sad that there was enough weebs out there that were this desperate to stick it to the companies.
It's
that they would throw their money into a void.
Dude, weebs want free shit, man. At
But
the end of the day.
this is also what I don't understand, is that we have weebs that are this dedicated to say fuck you to companies,
Yeah.
that they're willing to give money away. But they could just pirate it if they really want to really get it for free. I'm not saying you should. I condone that. Do not do it. But
it's also
if you're gonna basically
it's also
do
with
it,
the money that they gave to this Kickstarter, right?
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of people who were giving hundreds of dollars to this Kickstarter. And some people I saw were giving literally thousands of dollars.
there was
Kickstarter.
when I looked, there was 1,000 backers giving 100,000. So it's
So rough on average $100 each,
we're
right?
giving a lot of money this
That's
thing.
a year's subscription to Netflix or
But it's not
Crunchyroll
about
or any of them.
It's not about the money, Joe. It's about the message I'm sending.
It's about sending a message. The message of I got scammed.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, it's the thing is where if anyone just literally used a single brain cell to
you'd see that
think
it's
about the logistics of this, just the logistics of why this would not work in the first place,
Yeah.
or 100,000 seems like a lot of money to any normal person. It's like
It
a
is.
drop in the fucking bucket for anime licensing fees
Yeah.
and all that stuff. You know,
you can maybe license.
Half an episode.
No, not even that. You can maybe license the thumbnail of an image.
Half an episode of a C tier anime.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and what surprised me is that the shows that they were listing as the shows they were going for were the fucking AAA titles that are worth millions and millions of dollars, right?
Yeah.
I mean, God knows how much Netflix actually paid to get Evangelion out of licensing hell, because
Yeah.
Evangelion was out of couldn't be licensed by any Western company for feels like a decade or
Literally
something.
since it was made.
Yeah,
Yeah,
since
basically.
since ADV
Yeah.
collapsed, I can't think of any other company that has successfully licensed Evangelion.
Yeah, and I think people like to think of anime as still this kind of underground thing, but some of these shows are easily, worth over hundreds of millions of dollars, like these titles,
definitely,
right? Just think of the merchandising of these shows as well, right?
Think about
the IP is so expensive.
think about the mega shows, any of the Shonen Jump shows, like My Hero. Or
how much is
Jujutsu
Attack on
Kaisen.
Titan worth? I don't
Fucking
even wanna
Demon
know.
Slayer,
Yeah, Demon
right?
Demon Slayer is a $1 billion property.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's already proven to be that.
Yeah.
So it's really. I don't understand. None of this. Who are these thousands of people who gave money? I legitimately want to know.
I legitimately want to know. It's obviously very young, impressionable anime fans, right? Who are just hoping for this utopian society, right?
I wonder if some parts of it we're just completely oblivious about, that we take for granted some of them, because we work with Japanese companies. We know how these things are. You can't go around saying you're in talks. That is the biggest no in business. And especially here, I feel like it's never a done deal until it's a done deal in Japan.
Did you read the FAQ?
What was what do they say? Okay. I read some of it. What was do you remember the thing about licensing or something?
Yeah,
they
I
mentioned?
remember one of the FAQs. One of the questions was, "Isn't anime licensing really expensive?" And
Yes.
they and they legit went. Actually, anime licensing isn't as expensive as everyone makes it out to be. The only reason nobody does it and nobody talks about it is because of NDAs. But we are in talks with real Japanese anime licenses, and that was pretty much the answer to the question: can they get anime licenses?
They literally just shot themselves in the foot. They didn't have to answer that question.
You can't say you're talking to these companies. Like it's all very secretive, you know.
Yeah,
intentionally so.
Yeah.
All these companies are like,
Yeah.
do you know this guy?
Yeah, well, yeah, because there was a guy. There was a. So they also, I think the person, I'm not sure if it's the CEO, someone representing Right Stuff Anime.
Yeah.
Which is an American company, I think, which buys the licenses for. Again, I'm not sure. Either way, they buy licenses,
Big licensing
or they
company.
sell DVDs of anime. They reached out being like, so apparently you've listed some of our titles. And you say that we're in talks, and the guy tweeted at him saying that we've never been in talks. And then they replied saying, we sent you a message on LinkedIn. That was their we're in talks. I'm in fucking talks with all the people that email me about weird shit then, aren't I? The fuck?
It's just like, bro, I DM'd you. Why didn't you DM back?
I sent you my LinkedIn DM. Please respond. We're in talks now, right? Hundreds of millions of dollars are at stake because of my LinkedIn DM.
I sent you a DM. Please give me the anime license. Right?
Please give me the IP.
That's how anime licensing works.
I'm in
right?
talk with all my favorite succubuses from all the hentai.
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
sent them a message. They haven't responded yet, but we're in talks. We're working on an arrangement. It's just insanity. And
We're part of this one-sided conversation.
it was just
It was just
I mean, it all burned down in flames, luckily. But
Yeah.
it was just, oh my god, it was such a fucking
just
mess.
so bizarre to see, and we knew it was gonna like come down in flames.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now it's like been taken off Kickstarter, right?
As far as
I
I
hope
know,
so, yeah.
Can you check?
It's still here.
It's still there.
still
It's still
there?
there.
But the funding is stopped.
Oh,
Okay. So
okay.
no one
Well,
give them any more
Kickstarter's gonna
funding.
shut
Yeah,
down.
that's good.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, it does say suspended.
Okay, so
okay.
yeah, it is.
So Kickstarter suspended the page.
$111,000.
Yeah. I don't know how true this is, but I did see a screenshot on my prop up my timeline the other day though that shows that they haven't given up. They've started like a newsletter, which you can subscribe to for $1. So for $1 for this newsletter, you can subscribe for updates. And I'm
People are
just
just
like,
taking your
What,
money.
updates of what? Talks in the anime
I
industry?
don't know. I legit don't know. And it's like it
It's
is
like on this week's newsletter, we're in talks with ADV. Trying to get the rights.
It's just absolutely tragic.
Yeah.
Like, it's obvious that, I'm not being funny, but there's a reason why, like, Netflix doesn't have its own Discord server as well. They had their own Discord server, and they started banning people. And it's like, what is this? This is fucking Yandere Dev's game. What is this? This is like, what's going on here? And it's so obvious that they're just, because they've done this like 2 times before, apparently, as well. And they failed twice.
I saw they've made other Kickstarters.
So they're trying to make this Kickstarter. This is their 3rd attempt at doing it. And I think another app similar to it popped up on the Microsoft store and was taken down before as well. So they have a history of doing this and failing and whatever. But clearly, every time it comes around, it seems to get some money. So I guess why not? I guess if
I got some real balls to do it like 3 or 4 times.
no shame, man.
Yeah,
If you get
honestly.
money.
I'm sorry if you fucking gave money to that Kickstarter. Like,